What up, your team is here. Now, last week I've been doing my reviews for Transformers movies, but I kind of was a little occupied with other stuff, and I didn't really have much time to do mostly reviews. And so I'm just gonna finish up the Transformers list. So of course, I did do my reviews for Transformers 1 and 2. Now, here's my review for Transformers Dark of the Moon, which was released all the way back on June 29th, 2011. Once again, directed by Michael Bay. You also had like Shia LaBeouf in this, and this time around so, you did not have Megan Fox in it because I'm not going into much details, but she said something about Steven Spielberg that really, or Mike Bay, or someone that really drew, I believe, Steven Spielberg off the map. Not off the map. That drew him for a loop, so they sort of got rid of Megan Fox. So yeah, I'm not really on my details. You guys could just maybe just type in Megan Fox Transformers Dark Moon. You will probably know why. But anyway, Transformers Dark Moon also had the likes of Josh Duhamel, John Turturro, Tyrese Gibson, Francis McDormand, Patrick Dempsey. Some really decent cast members in this one. Uh, and this does take place 2 years after Revenge of the Fallen, and it shows the final days of the war between Autobots and Decepticons as they battle to possesses like powerful technology abandoned on the moon in order to restore Cybertron on Earth. And yeah, this was not all that great. Uh, this did pretty well in the box office though. It pretty much made about 1.124 billion. I mean, at the time, despite the reviews, these movies were like events. Despite the reviews, people still will go out to see this, and I did saw it in theaters myself. And despite the action being great and everything, the movie still fell flat. You know, uh, it was pretty cool, like hearing Leonard Nimoy in this. Of course, he voiced Sentinel Prime, so it was cool to hearing his voice here. You also had Hugo Weaving voicing Megatron, Pierre Cullen obviously voicing Optimus Prime, one of the most iconic voices there is. Uh, Even obviously other folks playing the live action roles. You also had Lester Spite also popping up in this. Alan Tudyk appears in this. You had some other really cool supporting players. But obviously, the thing you really want is when you go to the movie is not the humans. You go to these movies for the robots. But the bad thing is, I feel like these movies really showcase more on the human side, which I get. It. Shia LaBeouf was pretty hot at the time, thanks to Even Steven and everything. Um, you obviously make him the center of attention, but yeah, Transformers should always be about the robots, not like one thing I did like about the new Transformers that just got released. It does showcase more of the robot side than the human side, you know. So yeah, I really wish that what the other Transformers films did. Come on, you also did have Patrick Dempsey and Francis McDormand, like those two iconic actors. Really cool seeing them in this, but yeah, the script and dialogue wasn't great. It was pretty dumb at times. Rosie Huntington Wiley, her performance in this was pretty much Razzie worthy. I mean, this movie did score lots of Razzies, so there's that too. But yeah, it did have a cool Linkin Park song in this. Like that, the soundtracks were also really cool. Like when you think of Linkin Park, you always think of the Transformers movies. But yeah, that aside, yeah, Dark Moon just wasn't it. I mean, this movie came out in the same month as like Green Lantern, uh, Mr. Popper's Penguin, Cars 2, and yeah, June 2011 was an interesting month. But Transformers, Dark Moon, and Green Lantern, of course, both weren't. Anyway, let me let you guys. Have you ever seen did you ever watch Transformers Dark Moon? If so, what's up? Were you a fan of it? Were you not a fan of it? Favorite scenes, favorite moments? Where would it rank in the Transformers list for you? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Simu Sino.